Hello everybody, and welcome to a look at AMC Entertainment. Now we're going to be looking at a few things here, including the technicals. Now, what I really want to look at is this short interest, and this is why I wanted to make this video, is this short interest is getting absolutely insane. As you can see right here, as of May 28th, there was $2.67 billion shorted, more than any point in history. And yes, even more than the last big pump that AMC saw. So the current short volume as of today, June 17th, is 102,300,000 shares, up 8% from the previous time this month. So right off the bat, the short interest is incredibly high, almost 80% higher than the average. Now, the last thing I want to look at before we actually take a dive into the chart is institutional ownership. Now, there's a few companies here, Millennium Management, Principal Financial Group, Morgan Stanley, and Cubist Systematic Strategies LLC that have heavily increased their position in AMC, Morgan Stanley being the most notable by increasing their holdings by almost 1,000,000 shares, or 34%, 957,684 shares. So extremely high short interest, higher than we've ever seen before, and some extremely big institutional ownership that's really coming up. So now let's take a look at the chart itself. So you can see very obvious uptrend coming out of this long period of consolidation. And let's go ahead and put this right here. So first off, obvious uptrend. What makes an uptrend? Higher highs, higher lows. There we go. We kind of fell slightly here into this little falling wedge, and then we're popping back up. So we're looking at the 1 hour time chart where one candle represents 1 hour of price action, and there's a few things that are really supporting this strong uptrend, right? So we see right here on the Wilders Index we're maintaining above 50, which means we are still in an uptrend. A lot of people will use RSI just for oversold and overbought, but I like having this RSI line plotted right at 50. It gives a good indication if we are above or below. We are either in an uptrend or a downtrend. I've had a lot of questions about why I have the single line RSI, and well, there you go, that's why. On our stochastic RSI, we see we are playing the top of the field here. However, we are angling back up. Okay, you see that right there? We're starting to angle back up, and the MACD is the only concerning factor, as it does look like our 8 is about to cross under the 21. So that little blue line that you see right here does look like it is about to cross. A little bit of fade happening right here, which could speak to some downtrend, or what I think is the most probable, and none of this is trading advice. You should not enter or exit any trades ever based on anything you hear on social media, but I do believe we may see a retest of this trend line right here before we move up. Right, so there's a few things we can do to see if this could be accurate. The first thing is we can take our Fibonacci right here, go ahead and go retracement, and we can take the beginning of this impulse up to the top of the impulse, and you can see, yes, we did actually find support at a 50% retracement multiple times, right? So we have bounce, bounce, bounce. I'm going to mark that one as well. Bounce, bounce, and bounce to make a higher high, right? So we found a very solid triple, if not quadruple touch on this 50% retracement at 42.17, which is a very good sign for the bulls moving up. Now, I had someone tell me the other day, well, this is a head and shoulders right here, which means we're going to fall further down. And I said, yes, while you could say this does form a head and shoulders, this massive drop right here could be the entirety of the justification for that head and shoulders, right? So, like I said, none of this is trading advice, but it looks like we have found solid support right here at 42.17. To maintain bullish, I believe we need to stay above this 42.17 line. And if you were to ask me, well, what would make this chart look bearish? If we do manage to come back down to that 42.17 level and actually break below it, with a retest and a continuation, I would say this is the time to get out. I would be getting out right around here. Okay, now personally, I'm holding AMC just for the long term, just to see what happens. I held it before Wall Street Bets got a hold of it. I held a few other companies like cruise lines and other things that were affected by the pandemic, just for that recoil or that bounce back up once all of this is over. So, yes, I am holding AMC. No, I am not holding it for this massive pump. I'm just holding it because I'm trying to hold a lot of these recovery or potential in recovery stocks. But let me know down below, why are you holding AMC? Do you think it's going to go up? Do you think it's going to go down? And why do you think that? Now, if there's anything else you'd like me to look at, we are going to try and get back on top of the videos here. Definitely had a little bit of a lull, but we're trying to come back. Now, one last thing that I wanted to leave you is a price target. Okay, so let me remove all of these drawings here, and we're actually going to go to the 4-hour chart. We're going to take a trend-based Fibonacci extension. Okay, so we need 3 points. We're going to take beginning of impulse right here, end of impulse, and point of retracement. So if I am looking for a price target, I'm looking for anything around, so let me grab this horizontal line, around 77.03, and a very, very high potential of 87.19. So somewhere in this zone, if I was playing it just for the pop, is where I'd be looking to sell out, take profits, and run, because we know if we do touch up around here, we're going to see another potential retracement like we had back in here. So we could see ourselves come up, spike down, come up, spike down, or in here we could just drop all the way back down to earth. But you'll have to subscribe and stay tuned, as we will be doing updates on this, and when we get here, we will reanalyze what is going on with AMC Entertainment.